Alright, what's up guys? Anybody who's watching live or afterwards, takes a minute to get going, so bear with me if you're live, and skip ahead a little bit if you're watching afterwards. But I have some news to share with you, and I also have some people to thank, so we'll get more into that as things go on. So, hey, we got a like. Welcome to anyone who's here. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I have a few things to share with you here as we get into this stream, but I just wanted to get to spend a little bit of time with you. Hey Irving, I see you there. Hold on a second, let me try and read your here for a couple of minutes. Well, Irving, it's great to see you, and I wanted to say I'm glad you're here. I wanted to thank you in front of anyone else who might be watching. I found a random Cash App notification just a little while ago from Irving, and it's very kind to you, my friend. You've been helping me get through a rough patch and just kind of rest and take it easy and get better, and that's what's been happening. You're helping me take the load off, and so I can just recover, and that's what I needed, and I thank you for all your help with that. So again, yeah, just randomly, guys, anyone watching, Irving just donated some more to the cause when nothing was going on. I wasn't live or anything like that. It's just the kind of guy that he is. So thank you again, Irving. Thank you, Big Boys PEV, who's been doing that as well. And you know, never necessary, always unexpected. Caught me completely off guard. So thank you so much, Irving. I sure do appreciate that, Irving, and just what I needed was just to kind of have the pressure off so I can recover inside and try to get back to normal here. And thanks to you and what you've done, it's a lot more doable. I've spent a lot less time worrying and a lot more time recovering, and thank you so much, Irving, again, for an unexpected out of the blue Cash App donation day. So thank you, Irving. I hope you're doing great, my friend. And again, you know, completely unexpected, not necessary, but always very much appreciated. And I got to shout out Big Boys PEV for doing that as well lately, and Brent. You guys have been sneaking them in. Brent Sutton was in there with a PayPal the other day that I didn't think I shouted out. But, you know, it's incredible, you guys, and I appreciate it so much. And you never feel obligated to do that. So I'm grateful for all these good people, including you, Irving. And right along, I see you in there. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. My week is looking up. Let's see, there's 11 in here right now. We only have 3 likes so far. When we get to 10 likes, I'm going to tell you something great that occurred today. Aside from that wonderful thing that Irving did earlier, thanks again, Irving, for the unexpected and very generous Cash App. Let's see. Absolutely. Right along. You guys are my strength too. You guys make me want to keep going and push through issues with my health that get me down, if we're being honest. You know, and it just everything in general has been kind of a struggle lately, and getting to spend time with you guys on top of all the other wonderful things that you do, it really is a blessing, and I don't know where I'd be without you, honestly. So I am absolutely tremendously grateful to and for each and every one of you every single day. And we're gonna have a whole lot of fun here as I continue to hopefully recover. So far so good. And we've got some it's not going to be summer forever. There's going to be some good weather in the forecast, and we're going to go have a lot of fun. I got some things planned. But I got to tell you something about something that happened with something today, guys. But I can't do it just yet. We got to get a few more likes. That is what it's about, right along. Generally, just believing that things are going to work out, and then having positive people around you. It seems to be the way to make things happen. But thanks again, Irving, for your kindness and generosity, and Big Boys PEV, Brent Sutton, everybody who's done something along the lines. I appreciate it very much. But just having any of you here, hey, baby love. Just having any of you here is always just, I don't know, awesome. I don't know how else to explain it. But great to see you, and hello to everyone who could be here. And I just wanted to check in with you guys and thank you guys, and Irving especially. Irving gets the Spirit Award today. He snuck in something very helpful earlier. So thank you, Irving, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Don't ever feel like you have to do things like that, though. Anybody. If you got a few extra bucks and you want to throw it at the channel, I'm not going to be mad at you for it. But it's never an obligation. Hey, Kev. What's going on, buddy? Miss A, hello. So let's see, we got 6 likes. I guess that's enough. There seems to be about 16 of you here at the moment. So a few minutes ago, I just finished fixing the Cheetah e-bike, and I haven't had it outside yet. It's way too stinking hot outside. I'm sure baby love can attest to that. It's a hot one today, and we got a couple of hot ones in front of us. But it seems that oh, thanks, Kev, appreciate it. 8, yeah, likes are going up. Yeah, great to see all you guys. Miss A, Kev, Irving, baby love, everybody who has made it in so far, right along. Thanks again, Irving, for your unexpected and kind and completely just like middle of the day caught me off guard. Cash App, thank you very much. Hey, Matt Ross, what's going on? Here at work, I'm just chilling. So yeah, we got the Cheetah fixed, I think. I haven't had it out yet. I think it's good. I got the pieces today. I just reassembled the whole headset and stem and all that, and it seems to be as good as it's going to get. There's like a washer or bearing or something in there that's a little like got bent or something, but I think it's good enough that it'll at least work for a while, and if I have to, I can replace that part. But considering the way the box looked when that bike got here versus the way the bike actually was once it got here, they pack them incredibly well. It's amazing that there wasn't more wrong with it, but I think we're good on it now. So I got the pieces, I put it together. It should be all right. Hey, Big Boys PEV. I see you in there. I'm falling way behind. My bad, guys. Thinking about other things and looking at laser walls and just remembering what I had to do. But yeah, the bike seems to be working now. I haven't had it out yet, but the headset is nice and tight, but there's a part of it that is like a little bit bent. But I think it's going to be fine. It's nice and tight. It turns okay, you know, handlebars and everything. So yeah, a couple more tweaks. I realigned the back tire a little bit better too. When those big old balloon tires go flat, it sometimes takes a while to get them back on there right. I think I have it on there right now. It's straight. The tire is straight, aligned basically, but the valve stem is just a little cocked, just slightly. But that's as good as I could get the tire, and still, I don't know. So I hope nothing goes wrong with that. But all in all, it looks like it's going to work. I'm going to give it the once over, a couple, tweaks, maybe a little fine tuning if it's necessary, and then we're going to have that thing out on the road in the next couple of days. Should be doing the Wednesday night bike ride on it. I'm so excited. I've been staring at it and just desperate to ride it for a couple of weeks now, or however long it's been here, and now it looks like we're good. So, and I'm falling way behind on the chat. I left off at Big Boys PEV saying, hey, Sin. And ride along is going to get some good weather. Gotta say, I'm a little jealous. We got 113 for the next couple of days. I'm showing in my 7-day forecast. Should be only 111 on Wednesday, though. So we ought to be able to take out the Cheetah and see how it does for a Wednesday night bike ride. New e-bike, ready to go. So, yeah, great to see everybody. I'm falling behind here. Let me see. Hey, Slow 49's here. Flat out, yeah, I want to get some. I see you there. Right along. And yeah, I don't know what that's going to do for a slightly cocked valve stem, but I think it's good to have in general. I actually have some in my Amazon wish list. I need to, especially before I go do any trail riding or go do the Santa Monica ride. I definitely want to put some slime or some flat out or something in the tires, the tubes, because I don't want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere or be changing an inner tube, in rattlesnake country and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm so excited that the bike is fully assembled and seems to be working, and I can go ride it. It's so awesome looking, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Shout out again to Hachi e-bikes. I need to take the pictures that I took off my phone, put them on my laptop, because this is the laptop that I use for email, well, the YouTube email, and I'm going to email her the pictures that I took, because I promised I would, and then say that I got the Cheetah fixed too, and that we're going to take that out soon and get some content for that. And sorry, like it's on sale right now. Thing's $12.99 and you get $50 off if you use my code. It's an incredibly good deal. It was originally like an $1,800 e-bike, and now it's, you know, $1,250. And there's one sitting right behind me. I can't wait to show it to you, and you're gonna love it so much, guys. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It might be a couple of days before I go out and ride it, though. It's gonna be really hot, and I'm probably I want to take it out, make sure everything works before we go and use it for the bike ride, the Wednesday night bike ride. But that's going to be like the first real ride on it, I think, will be the Wednesday night bike ride this week. So get excited about the new e-bike, guys, because it seems to be ready to go. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx it, but I got all the pieces necessary. I reassembled the whole thing as best I could, and it seems to be fine. So big load off there. I'm falling way behind again because I'm running my yap and staring at the laser and losing my train of thought. Yeah, I believe it, right along the sealing the leak. Hey, Mike Schuster, I see you there. Sorry I'm falling behind on the chat here. Oh no, an e-scooter accident, Brandon? That's terrible. Oh, your scooter arrived, Big Boys PEV? I was talking to a guy this morning with a Max Pro. He was there getting groceries. He's like, I never seen somebody else with a Highboy scooter before. I was like, man, I've been riding these things for forever. I got one with 7,000 miles on it. I said I had a Max Pro, but I kept getting flat tires. He has a solid tire on his Max Pro on the back. He said he got it off of a Segway or some Segway scooter. But he said if he ever has any problems with it, he's getting the one that you got. So I hope your scooter is awesome. Big Boys PEV. Yeah, you got to ride it a few times before you really know how you feel about it. So many of these YouTube reviews, especially that I see, are just like a one and done. They do their obligatory, okay, I'll ride it and tell you what I think about it, but you can't really know what you think about it after one ride. You got to get out there, try it out a little more, understand it, you know, the quirks and the ins and outs, and I don't know, but I can't wait to hear about it. Big Boys PEV, your awesome new scooter. So make sure you go check out Big Boys. I can't even talk today. Sorry, Big Boys PEV's channel. There it was. My brain quit working for a minute there. So for when he shows us his lovely new scooter that arrived, I'd love to try one. I went and checked it out again on there, on the site, and you know, it looks like that's probably going to be a pretty good riding scooter. And I already know it's a good quality scooter. The solid tire would be rough riding right along, except for the rear suspension on that scooter, from experience, was so spongy that I think a solid tire would be fine. And he's never gonna, I had 2 flats in 2 weeks on that thing, and he's never gonna have to worry about that again, which I think is awesome. And had I known that there was a tire available that you could just do that with, I might have kept mine. It's 12-inch air tires. That's good. Do they have? Does it have inner tubes? Do you know? Did it come with extra tubes if it has tubes, or what's the deal with that? Hey, 25 miles. That's pretty awesome. Big boys PV. I'm excited to know how you deal with it and what you think about it. Don't forget, Ride Along's got a channel too, guys. I gotta go check out. I subscribed Ride Along. I think I'm subscribed to all of you. I gotta go through again and check. Um, and make sure. But yeah, go check out the people that you see in the chat if you haven't already, because many have channels and feature content that you might be interested in. So do yourself a favor while sharing the love, spreading the love. Anybody who's watching this live or afterwards. I know for some reason we often get as many views after these kinds of streams are live as we do during, which I wouldn't have thought. So anyone who's watching this afterwards, yeah, go check out people that you see in the chat. Whoa. Just pulled up Gemini or some AI or something by accident. I don't want to do that. Hold on, let me see. Mike Schuster, they're just like, I talked to my dad and I was watching the Weather Channel. It's actually on behind me right now. And where he is, they're only getting wind gusts of 13 miles an hour or something. They're just getting rain. So everybody I know, like all of my family, is on the east side of the state or like Orlando area, and they're pretty much out of harm's way. I hope everybody makes it through the storm safely, and thanks for bringing that up, Mike Schuster. It's yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a rain event for some of the people in the path of it, and I've been through a whole bunch of hurricanes myself, 5 major hurricanes personally. I lived on Central Florida's east coast during 5 major hurricanes in the time that I lived in Florida, which totaled about 20 years, but not consecutively. It's like broken up over a period. But yeah, hurricanes are nothing to be messed with, really. So I'm thankful that my family is out of harm's way. I hope everybody is in a safe place. And you never want to, I know Texas just got hit recently, you know. You never know what you're going to get when it's hurricane season. So I hope everybody fares well and has everything that they need. Oh yeah, wind noise. Wind noise can be a problem, certainly. Right along. I use the media mod, like I need to, like for my GoPro, yeah, I use the media mod microphone, which it does better with the wind noise, but my phone is horrible with wind noise. For any of you guys that have seen one of my live streams when we're out on a breezy day. Yeah, Florida, most of like Central Florida and south of there, I guess, is going to be fine. Western side's getting a lot of rain, but it should be all good. And yeah, it's going up the East Coast, and a lot of them do. A lot of them cross over Florida and then zip up the East Coast, and just dump buckets of rain on everybody in the way. I know the Carolinas just got some flooding recently from storms, and now here comes another one. But yeah, I don't think anyone's going to sustain any terrible wind damage from Debbie. I mean, still never let your guard down, because I've seen those things tighten up right before they hit the coast and do a lot of damage. Um, but yeah, this one's just going to be a huge rain event, mostly. YouTube didn't let you post? Did they give you a reason why? Hey, Halibut. What's up? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Always great to see you. I try to start one or two here and there earlier, so maybe we can catch you before bedtime. I know you're over on the other side, and it's already getting late. So, whoops, hold on. But yeah, great to see you, Halibut, and let's see. Oh, yeah. Probably not, like dead anything in the title. Or, I don't know, other things too. But yeah, they'll stand in the way sometimes. But also, if you make the adjustments, it's better for the algorithm too. If YouTube favors you more, the algorithm favors you more and gets more views, more subs, more likes, all that sort of thing. Yeah, 12 inches of rain in Savannah. That's they've had that much before, and they'll recover, but still, streets would be flooded for a couple of days. Well, glad you're here, Halibut. Everybody who's here, thanks for the likes, guys. And if you missed it earlier, the new e-bike is fixed as best I can tell. I haven't had it outside yet. It's way too stinking hot. And I just, I've been recovering from, that scary visit to that medical place last weekend. And I need a couple more days, but we're gonna take it out to the Wednesday night bike ride. I think it's ready to go now. Anybody who missed that earlier. And thanks again, Irving. Anybody who missed that earlier, for coming through with an unexpected Cash App this afternoon when I wasn't live or anything. And so thanks again, Irving. Thanks again, Big Boys PEV, for doing a lot with the Cash Apps lately. And you guys, it's never necessary, but I appreciate it very much. I never want anyone to feel like you have to, or anything. Just but you've helped me out a lot lately, and I appreciate that, because I've been able to rest and recover and let the things happen that need to happen. So I appreciate you guys for that, especially Irving and Big Boys PEV. You guys have gone like well above and beyond, and you didn't have to. Hey, Dustin, I see you there. Everyone is awesome. We're lucky to have these wonderful friends, baby love. Uh, I'm so excited about taking the new one out on the bike ride. Big Boys PEV and anyone who might come along with us on Wednesday. Don't forget, it's a Wednesday night bike ride. Looks like we'll be doing it on a new bike this week. It seems like everything is working as it should. And hold on, let me see. I'm falling behind again. Hey, Fro and Kevin. What's going on, Fro? Haven't seen you in a while. Kevin, good to see you. Happy Sunday. Parts are here. Bike is fixed. We're looking good, Dustin. Ah, that sounds like a fun ride. Ride along. I might, in the near future, now that we have 2 batteries for the Leopard Pro, I might go ride from the desert up to a mountain. If we get a good enough day for it in the forecast. Next few days are going to be too hot to do anything. Well, not as hot as we have been, but still too hot to want to do anything. 24 miles one way. Wow. Not bad. I'm going to attempt to, before we do the Santa Monica ride, I was looking at prices. I'm glad you mentioned the miles today. Right along, and I wanted to tell you guys about this. Maybe sometime in September, hell, maybe in August this month, if we get good enough weather in the forecast. And now that there's 2 batteries for the Leopard Pro e-bike, 41 miles away from where I sit right now, if you're taking a bicycle, there's a town called Primm, Nevada. It's at the California state line, and there's a lot of cool stuff there, and it was always one of my favorite places to go back in the day, like way back in the day in the 90s and stuff. And I think I can ride a bike there and maybe stay a night and then charge all the, stuff and then ride back the next day. It's going to be a lot more uphill on the way back, so I'd have to stay and recharge. I couldn't get there and back on 2 batteries with just 1 charge each, I think. But I'm going to try to put that together in the near future, God willing. It's not costly to stay in Primm because it's just kind of gets passed over at this point, which is sad because it's such a cool place and I have so many fond memories of it. But I'm gonna see one day if I can make, before we do the Santa Monica ride, see if we can get to Primm, stay a night, and come back successfully. That'd be good practice for a much longer ride for me, I think. But I'm looking forward to seeing or hearing about your 24-mile ride along, especially in Arizona from mountains to desert. So well, I hope, I know it's never anyone's favorite thing to do to go to a funeral, and I hope all that goes well as it can. Baby love in your California trip. And don't feel obligated to tune into the Wednesday night bike ride, but if you're available, it's always great to see you. But I know you have your hands full with a lot of other things right now. So well, that's a big battery though for 750 ride along. It's really not too bad when you think about it. And Miss Day, thank you for posting the wish list link. I sure do appreciate that. I still need to get a few things off of that wish list. I'd like to get the drone before I do just the Primm ride. to get warmed up for the Santa Monica ride. But there are so many awesome places between here and Prim, even though it's only 41 miles, that would be better seen from the sky, I think. Or it'd be nice to have that footage as well. So I'm going to try, as hopefully life gets back to normal and I can be a little more productive and hopefully earn a little more money and whatever, check a couple more things off of the wish list. You know, that drone is going to be quite useful for a lot of the things that we're going to be doing here soon. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, 48 volt, 60 amp hour. Yeah, that's like 3 times the size of my batteries. I have 40 amp hours total between 2 batteries for my Leopard Pro. Well, yeah, I wouldn't know how to handle that, Dustin. I'd be happy to help. I don't drive, of course, I don't drive a vehicle of my own at the moment, but, you know, if Baby Love, if you ever need my help like that for anything, of course, I'm here for you. Yeah, it's really not so bad, 750. I looked at a few of those huge battery e-bikes. They're too heavy for me to carry up and down the stairs. The bikes that I ended up with are a lot lighter, but they are cool. And you can go faster for a lot longer on the bike that Ride Along has. Battery's 29 pounds. Wow, yeah. I gotta weigh the extra battery that I just got for the Leopard Pro. It's heavy. It's way heavier than I remembered it being. Hey, through my eyes. I see you down there. Great to see everybody. Thanks for hitting the like button if you did. Thanks again, Irving, for the unexpected midday generosity in form of Cash App. And yesterday or the day before, whenever it was, I appreciate that too. And Big Boy's PV's been coming through with a lot of them too. Anybody else who's been donating to the channel, again, don't ever feel that it's necessary, but it is always very much appreciated. So, let's see here. I'm falling behind again. Well, then comes, Big Boy's PV. You raise an interesting point. But I have a big, heavy battery now that I have to find a way to carry when I go places, an extra battery, and it's going to take up a lot of space, and it is heavy, so it's going to have to be secured properly. So, I mean, for me, it's the only way to do it, really, for now, is to, have a smaller battery bike with extra batteries. But it's still not an ideal way to do it necessarily. So, but we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to, now we're just waiting on weather. I got to put a few more bits and pieces together, but ultimately it's just weather at this point. We have the bikes. We got 2 batteries for one of them. It's looking good. So thanks again, Hachi E-Bikes, on the off chance that they're listening. I need to send her some pictures. I need to take the pictures off of my phone, put them on my laptop, and email them to her that way, because that's what I use for the email for the YouTube channel. So let me see. Let me try to catch up here. Yeah, no, right along. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. Absolutely. One of the reasons that I want to have a complete live off an e-bike kit, basically myself, is, in the event that I have to go survive in the wilderness for any length of time, which I can I can do. Um, but I'm not like expecting that to happen necessarily, but it doesn't hurt to be ready for whatever. Maybe there's some, there's a big fear of widespread power outages here if it ever gets too hot and too many people are drawing power at once. And they got to shut half of the grid down and people start melting, and I don't know. So it's never a bad idea to just have, like a backup. Especially having survived, a bunch of hurricanes myself and earthquakes and stuff. You never know what you might encounter aside from anything else that's going on right now. So that's why I always feel a little better when I have something put together. No, that's true, Dustin, but I don't know. I'm working out good systems for getting the bike up and down the stairs. I haven't tried to carry the new one up and down the stairs yet, but at least it's all put together now. It looks like it's going to be all right. I met Baby Love through the chat originally, and then she met up with Halibut and Matt Ross and I one day. Or, I met up with them, or, we all met together. That was the first time I met Baby Love, and we've hung out since then, but she, just lives right down the street from me. To answer your question there, Dustin, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to try Big Boys PV. I'm going to get the pictures. I'm going to, send 6 or 8 of the better ones that I took the other day to her tonight, and say that I got the cheetah, and I should be ready to go get some content on that now. It just took me a while to, and hopefully they'll keep sending bikes and, doing the nice things that they're doing. They're going to, Hachi e-bikes is going to, sponsor a couple of these upcoming video projects. Or they're the bike sponsor anyway. So we'll see how it all goes. Then, hey Joe, I see you in there. Yeah, I got to get a solar panel and a power station. I have one in my wish list now that was marked down $300 less than it is now, but it's a bigger one. It comes with a panel and will be enough to half charge one of my batteries. But it's powerful enough, and I don't know. So I need to do that too. 170 miles of pedaling in France. That's too much for me, man. That's a long way to pedal. Yeah, nothing wrong with having solar panels, especially like You know, you never know when you're going to get a power outage or stuff. A lot of people, like, I wish my dad had like a backup solar panel and a power bank because he's getting the edge of a storm right now, hurricane. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, I can roll it up the stairs, I'm sure, the new bike, because of the front and rear suspension and the big old balloon tires. That'll make it a little easier. AM radio, I have a little walkie-talkie thing um, that has, I'm going to show it to you. We're going to sit here. It's also like a scanner and stuff too. We're going to sit here and just like see what we can find on that one night, guys. Sit here with the laser wall and see what we can pick up um, over the radio waves or whatever. That ought to be fun. So, uh, 5 hours? Wow. 5 hours to go 170 miles on a bicycle. That's too much. I couldn't be doing that. There's no chance. Like, even if I trained for it my whole life, I probably couldn't do that. I did a lot of pedaling during my BMX days too. I used to go out and street ride a lot too. BMX covered, I'd sometimes probably cover 50 miles in a day on a BMX bike, which was a ton. And that's like over a whole day. So 170 miles in 5 hours, that's insane. I might ride an e-bike that far if I could be under power the whole time. Yeah, BMX is in the Olympics now. One of the last Olympics, the guy who won is a resident of Henderson, Nevada, and rides at the local track. Wow. Well, yeah, you never know who's going to excel in BMX, but at least BMX is part of the Olympics now. I remember thinking as a kid, you know, why isn't BMX part of the Olympics? Yeah. Henderson's just a few minutes, just like I could pedal to Henderson in 10 minutes from here. Henderson is very close. Yeah, Summer Olympics will be in LA again for the first time since 1984. Yeah, Connor Fields, yeah. What's his name? He won gold. BMX, the Olympics before last, I want to say. I think, Brandon. Yeah, true. Go, Johnny, go, and guilty. Having been a skater and BMXer. Uh, yeah, 2016 Olympics, he won gold, and he, is from just across town. Uh, Dustin, it's probably because it's such a burden now. The host city has to spend so much money to do the Olympics, and they're under all kinds of scrutiny and everything. And it's like, I wouldn't even want to do it. Oh, cool. Go, Johnny, go. I did most of my young skateboarding in Southern California. Anywhere and everywhere that I could. Lawn darts, I remember those. That was a horribly dangerous thing to play with. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Joe. But yeah, I mean, LA is going to have to spend a fortune in the next few years to be ready to host the Olympics. I mean, like billions of dollars. So, badminton gets pretty hardcore, though. I've watched them play that. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Brandon. BMX is quite a bit different than it was back in our day. I used to do illegal middle of the night drag racing in Silmar. Right along. Spent a lot of time there, actually. I don't know if I've ever done any skateboarding in Silmar, but in nearby areas. Yeah, Dustin, that's going to be a lot of money. Oh, man. Yeah. Brandon. By the underpass, and there are train tracks right there, if that's what you're thinking about, right along. Yeah, we used to go out there in the middle of the night. There'd be 500 cars, and we'd just race until, like, this is way before the Fast and the Furious. But like when it was starting to be those kinds of cars, like early and mid 90s, and I'd take my tuned Japanese cars out there and race until the cops would come and break it up, and then we'd go to Denny's and wait a while, and then just go back and resume. And those were the good old days. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, skateboarding was probably pretty big in Palm Springs. It was huge in LA growing up. They're trying to get the high-speed rail. They've been trying to put that together for decades, but now it's actually in the works, and I'm not sure if they're going to have it ready in time for the Olympics, but that would be cool. Um, by then, it's only going to go as far as Rancho Cucamonga, though, which is still, pretty good. All right, stop with all the political stuff, guys. Don't use the word woke again. Don't say anything about politics, or I'm gonna shush you, and I mean that. You know better. We don't do that here. Burbank to Vegas for 19 bucks. Yeah, it was relatively that cheap up till like the 90s. It was always a really cheap place to come. So hold on a minute. Yeah, it's a pretty quick flight, definitely. Hell, yeah, on driving. Yeah, but by saying their politics, you're insinuating something one-sided, and we don't do that here, Brandon. You know that. So, but I'm sure they're going to keep politics out of it. LA's got a lot of work to do. They do have to clean the place up. That is for certain. But they're obligated to now, and they have 4 years to do it. Yeah, that's why you're right along. That's why we just avoid anything that might be interpreted as one-sided, even related to politics. Don't do it here. Keep it to yourself. I gotta check the notifications again. Yeah, I guess they will have to shut down a whole lot of roads for a 170-mile bike race. Not sure how they're going to do that. I remember the '84 Olympics. I lived there around then. Um, and there were a lot less things going on in the Olympics in those days, and it was still, just a huge production. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it, but they do have, 4 years to clean up a place that's gotten a little run down, to say the least, and could use a little polishing, perhaps. Oh wow, that's cool. Right along. I don't know, Dustin. Couldn't tell you. Troubadour or Whiskey a Go Go. I'm familiar with both. That's awesome, though, Joe. Oh wow, that's awesome. Right along. Yeah, Hollywood used to be a much different place in the '80s and '90s. It's kind of going back to how it was then, kind of getting run down again. Um, I remember it was pretty scary there for a while, and then it got really, like friendly and nice again, and I don't know. It has its ups and downs, that place. Uh, uh, was it the Whiskey a Go Go? I saw a band there, or it could have been, I don't know. But then I also saw him at the Greek Theater a couple years later. I don't know. A lot of good venues in Hollywood, especially. That's probably a pretty good time to be there, though, right along. Probably as good of a time to be there as there's been. No, I know what you mean, right along. to be that age again. Oh wow, that's awesome, Joe. Robert Plant, that must have been something. I have been inside the Comedy Store, but not when anything was going on. For a long, long time ago. I don't even know why we were going. Oh well, happy almost birthday. Right along. Yep, a lot of iconic places. Can't wait to go do a little e-biking over that way through the old stomping ground. The Sincloth family motherland. Hey, Jay Stone, I see you there. What's going on? Good to see you, as always. But anyway, anyone who might have recently joined, the parts came today. The bike seems to be fixed. I haven't had a chance to take it out yet, but I think we're good on that. And I can't wait to take it out and share it with you guys. I'm probably not going to get to take it out till at least maybe Tuesday or maybe Wednesday morning. And it's going to be really hot the next couple of days. I want to get it out and make sure everything works and that we're good to go for the Wednesday night bike ride. I think it's all good. So I'm getting really excited about that, and I hope you guys enjoy the new bike. When it debuts in a couple of days, it's a really cool bike. To see it in person, Big Boys PEV, it's nicely designed, I think, but it's pretty serious. I mean, you can ride this thing pretty hard. That's what it looks like it was made for. So I'm getting pretty excited about that. I have to remember, I'm eating French bread pizza for dinner tonight. I'm trying to eat mild stuff that's easy on my ulcers, and it's just regular plain cheese French bread pizza, and shouldn't upset my digestive tract too much. I'm making good progress, guys. Thanks especially to Irving and Big Boys PEV for a lot of, generous donating on the channel lately, which is helping me to have the time to recover, and I'm doing just that, and thanks again, guys. But yeah, so I'm eating French bread pizza tonight, not too much, but just one, and just plain cheese. And yeah, I gotta get some yogurt too. I was thinking about that actually at the store, and I forgot, Joe, but good call. That's really good for it. But as long as I'm not eating, like chicken tacos and dipping them in, I can eat chicken tacos, but dipping them in the red sauce is not good because that burns all the way through. And I'm trying not to drink coffee as much. If I really am desperate for coffee, I'll just have a little bit. So I've made a lot of progress in the last few days, and I appreciate all your support and encouragement and everything. Guys, I really couldn't have done it without you. I really couldn't do it without you. So I'm falling behind here. I didn't get bananas. They didn't have any good looking bananas right along. They didn't have it. I wanted to get hamburger meat today. No, I went this morning and they had none. They had no packages of like this store, Kroger, Smith's, meat department hamburger meat. They didn't have a lot of things out. So, let me see here. Iron is actually okay, I think, Dustin. I'm not like deficient or anything. Frank Zappa's children and wife bought the house that I grew up in. Frank Zappa is one of my personal heroes, actually. That guy's awesome. But true story, the Zappa family bought the Sincloth family home in Toluca Lake, California. Uh-oh, I'm getting notified. That's an Uber Eats notification. They're trying to really get me out there rolling again. I guess everybody's so sick of taking $2 and $3 deliveries that they have to like beg you to come out again. Let's see. Yeah, Moon, Zappa, and Dweezil and Ahmet. I can't remember the mom's name. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Joe. But yeah, his family bought my family's house in Toluca Lake in the 90s. Yeah. It'd be nice if they would guarantee us a minimum, Dustin. That was the deal that they had with Clark County in the state of Nevada, which is where I am right now, that we would always make a certain amount of money. Independent contractors have to be paid a certain amount of money by law in the state of Nevada, and it's not happening. And I hear that they're about to crack down on Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that the way they did, the way California did. Um, Yeah, I like a lot of that music too. Uh, yeah, Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? I can't remember now. That's incredible, Rickles at the Riviera, but the Eagles, let's see. That's awesome, and I've never seen the Eagles, but I have seen Joe Walsh in concert here in Vegas. He was with the Eagles for a while. But seeing Don Rickles at the Riviera, that's incredible. Hell, having seen anybody at the Riviera is incredible because the Riviera's been gone for what, 8 years or so now? Completely. Like it's been gone for longer than that, but it's been demolished for like 8 years. So we haven't had any rain yet today. I don't think we're gonna get any rain today. Not in the valley. Maybe some mountains get a little bit. So we could use a lot of rain. We've had very little just a very slight monsoon season so far. A little bit of moisture, and that's it. It was raining around the edges of the valley the other night, and that's about all we've had. A little bit here and there, but not like it should be by now. We're supposed to get, like a week ago, they were showing 8 or 9 days in the forecast with rain chances, and now like the next 2 days, I don't think we have any chance of rain, and who knows. Yeah, no, that'll happen. The phone trying to figure out what it thinks you're trying to do. I understand the frustration. That's nice that your rain chances are up right along. Or it looked like it was gonna be that way for us, but now it's just, patchy. We're gonna have a lot of dry days and some, more humid days, but we might not get any rain down in the valley. So we'll have to see how it goes. It's always a crapshoot, as the saying goes. We have a tendency to get some unpredictable weather during monsoon season in Las Vegas. They seem to have a hard time keeping up with it. They're figuring out what it's going to do. So man, I'm sure I'm excited about taking that new bike out though. It's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. It's a really aggressive looking bike. It's going to go way north of Fort Myers tonight. Joe, I think it's already north of Fort Myers. It's going to hit somewhere in the Big Bend area, but it's like my dad's in Orlando right now, and I talked to him a little while ago, and they are just getting some occasional rain, and winds are like 13 miles an hour. Yeah, it sucks that you're getting rain when you got a new scooter, Big Boys PEV. Yeah, you're probably going to get all the moisture from this Florida storm right now as it makes its way up the coast. So it sucks to have rainy days in the forecast when you want to go out and play with your toys outside. I know how that goes. I mean, we get a lot less rainy days around here. Hey, Paula. How you doing? So it'll probably, like, from my experience watching storms in Florida, I think it'd have to be 74 miles an hour to be a hurricane. And they think it's going to be at least a Category 1, so it's going to have to be at least 74 miles an hour when it makes landfall, but I think it could potentially turn into a Category 2 just because of how warm the water is in front of it, and it still has some time. So I'd be very surprised. I'm just calling based on my experience with hurricanes over the years, and having been through a few of them myself. That's what I think it's going to do. I think it could be a Category 2 when it makes landfall. Still not a major hurricane, but something to be taken seriously for sure. Because you never want to let your guard down when it's got hot or like warm open water in front of it. A lot of crazy things can happen. Yeah, we get them sometimes, Dustin. We'll flood here occasionally. Hasn't happened really yet this year, but maybe we get some. I've seen a lot of rain in LA, but it can go months without. But I've been whitewater rafting down my street in LA when it's raining in a little blow up boat pool toy thing. So sorry, I was looking at other stuff. I gotta check my notifications again. Yeah, a lot of people did get stuck in Death Valley, and a lot of places were inaccessible. I guess I think they've gotten it all sorted out since then. Hey, JPL Rides, what's going on, buddy? And chat, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm doing much better, thanks to you guys. And Irving came through earlier again with a Cash App unexpectedly, and Big Boys PEV's been doing that a lot too. So I'm on the mend, and a lot thanks to you guys and your positivity, and thanks to Irving and Big Boys PEV, anyone who's donated in any form whatsoever. It's been most appreciated lately. I'm recovering from a bit of a health scare, a recoverable health scare, something I've been dealing with for years, but got particularly bad last weekend, and now I am supposed to not be doing anything for a while. So I've had the opportunity to take it easy, a little bit easier, because of you guys, especially Irving and Big Boys PEV, anyone else has come through, Brent, everybody, people. I'm trying to mention people who come through with stuff like this sometimes when I'm not live streaming and can't shout them out. So just wanted to make sure, trying to give credit where it's due. Thanks again, guys. But yeah, chat, good to see you. Hope you're well. And JPL Rides, good to see you as always. And everybody who's here. So for those of you who just tuned in, thank you, Brent. Brent is one of those that always sneaks in a donation here and there, like when I'm not live, and just like, randomly in the middle of the day or something, and I appreciate that. So yeah, my diet is a little more under control. I'm not drinking coffee, or not much anyway. I'm eating like just gentler foods, I guess you could say. Tonight I'm having cheese, French bread pizza, no toppings, no pepperoni or anything sausage that might irritate. Something just mild, bland. I don't know. I'm trying to make smarter decisions, but like a slight change in my diet have been a big help, I'm sure, but just having the pressure off a little bit has made the biggest difference, I think, with the bleeding. It's just, the stress and the pressure have been eating me alive, and to have a little help with that has been just an absolute blessing. And thanks again, guys. I appreciate that so much. And I've been able to recover, and it's going to be really hot for the next couple of days, so I kind of have an excuse to take it a little easy around home, and recover a little bit more, be ready for the Wednesday night bike ride on the new bike, which is fixed. I got the parts, I put it all, I reassembled it, the headset assembly and stem and everything. It seems to be ready to go. So, gonna be a lot of fun to ride a new bike on Wednesday. Oh, excuse me. No, I have buckets of the dehydrated food, Dustin, in my Amazon wish list. Actually, I want to do that for a month and see. That's supposed to be super mild and gentle, and everybody can digest it, kind of thing. All the stuff that they put in like the main emergency food buckets. So I don't know. Yeah, tea is definitely a better choice. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to carry it on the new bike. I guess I'll have to bring a backpack or something. There's nowhere to put anything on the new bike unless I got like a handlebar cup holder or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a real hot one on Wednesday. It's supposed to be 111, I think they're showing. Not the hottest one we've ever done, but up there with the hottest ones. What do I think of decaf coffee? It's just irritating. It just makes me just more mad that I don't have regular coffee. Let's see. Well, thanks for hanging out and lurking, chat. I might surprise you guys with a stream on the new bike between now and Wednesday night. I have to take it out and make sure everything works, you know. Make any necessary adjustments. Yeah, decaf is just like, that's like non-alcoholic beer, you know. It's just mean. I don't know. So I mean, there's really no advantage to me for having decaf right now because it's still acidic and stuff on my stomach, but I think it tastes weird, and the decaf, like, it tastes noticeably different, and it just, like, there's no uplifting effect whatsoever. Yeah, I have a couple bottles of Powerade, actually, Dustin. I usually get, like, sports drinks are kind of necessary for survival in Las Vegas in the summertime. And I'll get whichever ones are on sale at the store. This time it was Powerades, 2 for $3. Sometimes it's the Gatorades that are that way. So, I like them both. I don't really have a preference, but yeah, I do drink Powerade and Gatorade. And it is fake and synthetic, Gatorade and Powerade, but it's not as bad for my insides, my ulcers, as coffee. And, the electrolytes and extra stuff are good here in the summertime for sure. Well, cheeseburger with Diet Coke. If you're diabetic or something, you have to have Diet Coke. I understand. That's the only reason anybody should ever drink Diet Coke anyway, is if you're, diabetic or you can't have regular Coke for whatever reason. But yeah, like, have you guys ever had the Mexican Coke in the glass bottle? They have it here. It's all over the place. It tastes way better because it doesn't have all those poison chemicals that they put in Coke in the United States. So, but like Diet Coke's even worse. Like, that's more poison and junk and stuff in there. Electrolytes are always good, even if there's other junk involved. But in the desert, it's basically necessary for survival if you're going to be out when it's hot. I like Gatorade and Powerade. I think they both taste good. I'm happy to drink either one. I'd probably lean towards Gatorade more, but I'll get whatever's on sale at the store because I can't be too picky these days. Let's see. Yeah, and I've had such headaches lately. I thought my cranium was gonna pop and my brain was gonna go oozing out, Brent, at one point. But it's like, I gotta suck it up because then I had a little bit of sweet tea, just like a quarter of a half gallon left. of that with a little bit of caffeine in it maybe, but it didn't really do the trick. But yeah, I don't like the not having coffee caffeine. Yeah, Coke does clean rust on a bumper. You probably, really all the stuff that they're putting in it, the regular old plastic bottle United States Coke, you probably shouldn't put that in your body. But the Mexican Cokes, if you ever tried them, the ones that come in the glass bottle, you can get them at Home Depot and all the taco places around here and everything. It tastes way better because it doesn't have like half of that garbage in there, all the poison and stuff. It is, yeah. Try the Mexican Coke if you never had it. They have Mexican Fanta, the orange Fanta that comes in the glass bottle too. And you'll see the Sprite once in a while in the glass bottle, and it's like it's more real ingredients and it tastes way better, and you don't have that just consumed a bunch of chemicals feeling afterwards. So I highly recommend the Mexican glass bottled Coke beverages if you haven't tried them. It does have a lot of sugar, the Gatorade Big Boys PEV. That's the only thing I don't like about the sports drinks is how much sugar they have, really. But they will, you have to drink like here in the desert, you have to have like a mix of electrolyte type beverages and water, not just one or the other, like mix it up. But hey, Mike, I see you down there. Last Wednesday night ride was actually pretty good. Decent turnout, 600 or 700 people maybe. Nothing, exceptional about the ride, but it was fun. Definitely. Going to be trying to debut the new bike this week. Hope you're going to make it out for the ride this week, Mike. Team DL. Sorry. I like Dr. Pepper too. Dr. Pepper's always been a favorite beverage of mine, cola type beverage. Snapple. I've always enjoyed Snapple too. I miss when it came in the glass bottles, though, and you had the little thing on the cap underneath that always had something, some saying or something, or you win a free Snapple or something. And the Snapple lady, remember her from back in the day in the 90s? Yeah, Snapple is a good drink. I preferred it when it was in the glass bottles though. Mint tea? I'll have mint tea. Yeah, well, stress, yeah. I mean, stress has been eating me alive, boys. PEV, you know the story. Um, but the lack of caffeine, the lack of coffee has, assisted with the stress a little bit too. So I don't know. I still have had a little bit of coffee in the last few days, just not the amounts that I normally drink. Not nearly the amounts that I normally drink. So I got to take it easy. And that's really scary when doctor says, hey, one of these things could, rip wide open and that's going to be it for you. So, like take it easy and, don't let that happen. But if I eat better and I don't stress out, they're going to get better. And it's going to be all right. So Tab, oh my God, Joe, that was poison in a can. Tab, that was all chemicals. That was horrible stuff. My mom used to love Tab, I guess, for some reason. Maybe it's an acquired taste, I don't know. But I would have the displeasure of having to drink Tab sometimes. oh, but it doesn't have any sugar or caffeine or anything, and it's good for you. Like, little did we know in the 1980s that all these poison man-made chemicals that we've had in our sodas and food and margarine and everything else was way worse than like actual, sugar and cholesterol and stuff like that. I don't know. But that was horrible, horrible stuff. I don't know how anybody drank that. Oh man. Well, hey, yeah, you could do a lot worse than coffee and water, that's for sure. I'm glad you're, doing well after your stroke, I guess, with your beverage consuming habits. Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker, alcohol drinker myself, but I'm not supposed to have any in my condition right now. But yeah, after a stroke, yeah, glad you made it, definitely. But um, I'm glad you're able to cut alcohol out too. Definitely. That's I don't know. Let me see. I'm falling behind here again. Gatorade G2. I don't know. I've tried a bunch of the different Gatorades, the newer ones and stuff. I like regular old-fashioned Gatorade myself. Like green and orange and red. Those are my preferred Gatorades. Yeah, I have tried the zero Gatorade. I didn't like that very much. Um, and there's a couple others that I didn't like very much. Yeah, I do like Dr. Pepper though, for sure. The worst the beef lady. Yeah, I used to look forward to those commercials. I'm trying not to eat hot dogs. Yeah, Dustin. But like people probably shouldn't eat excessive amounts of hot dogs anyway. Like a hot dog or two every once in a while, I'm sure is fine for most of us. But that's another thing. All the nitrates and chemicals and stuff you probably shouldn't be putting in your body. Not excessively, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no, I like the taco and burrito trucks. You guys, if you came along on Friday for a quick look at the First Friday event in the Arts District, there's probably at least 20 food trucks that come out every week, and they all like it. It all looks and sounds and smells really good. We have tons of food trucks here in Vegas. Um, and I want to try them all eventually, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody should have food trucks, I think. Yeah, Dustin, I like the green, orange, and red myself. Oh, root beer, yes. I love good root beer. Like if it's fresh and it's like it's got the root beer fizz and bite and stuff. Like not if it's been sitting in a 2 liter bottle in the fridge for 3 days after it's been opened. But yeah, fresh, crisp root beer. is awesome. I used to love root beer floats too back in the day. That'd probably be an alright thing for ulcers, root beer float. Oh, I meant to get ice cream today. We even talked about that and I forgot. And nah, I should probably go to the store again. Anyway, and Kool-Aid. I've had thousands of gallons of Kool-Aid over the years. That's a good beverage. Oh yeah, chili dogs. I love chili dogs too. There's a dirt dog within walking distance from here, and they make all these fantastic, wonderful hot dogs with all kinds of things on them that I probably shouldn't eat. And now I really want to go eat one. Oh man. Yeah, A&W root beer floats. Hell yeah. Although I did get food poisoning at an A&W restaurant, an A&W slash Long John Silver's, and I got horrible food poisoning. uh, it never went back. Yeah, I gotta be careful with the Mexican food I eat. I could eat the chicken tacos at Roberto's if I don't dip them in the red sauce. Same with the bacon breakfast burrito. You know, just eggs and bacon and potatoes and stuff in there and cheese. I'm sure that'd be fine to eat. But yeah, spicy food I'm supposed to stay away from altogether. Oh yeah, food trucks in general, if they don't speak English, you assume that you're probably in for a real treat. Like whatever kind of food it might be. Let's see. Yeah, that's it, Big Boys PV. There's so much junk and so much food now, and you do have to really be careful, and I have to be much more aware of that now myself. And I've been eating cheap whatever food just to stay alive, but it's, been doing more harm than good. So I'm not excited about having to spend more money on food now. Um, but it's necessary. And, if you don't eat exclusively just the overprocessed garbage that's cheap and whatever else, if you mix it up a little bit, get some actual decent food in there, it makes a huge difference. And I'm starting to feel it. I ate a salad today, guys, like a chef salad, pre-made. It was on sale with ranch dressing, which ought to be soothing-ish. And I can't tell you how long it's been since I've had a salad, but I feel pretty good. I've eaten like some real, regular, okay food in the last few days, and that has gone a long way. And tonight I'm gonna eat cheese French bread pizza. No spicy toppings like pepperoni or sausage or anything. Just cheese and sauce and bread. And the sauce is gonna be a little acidic and stuff, but I'll drink some milk or something to dumb it down. It'll be fine. I like all the root beers really myself, as long as it's fresh. Like I was saying, if you just crack open a fresh root beer and it's nice and fizzy and has the bite and stuff, like there's nothing worse than flat root beer. It's just gross. But yeah, nice fizzy, bitey root beer. Any of the big brands, I don't know. I like it all. I've always loved root beer. So 7-Eleven, yeah, I like the chili. I don't know. The hot dogs at 7-Eleven are really kind of gross. I have eaten too many of them lately. But the chili, I usually just get like when I'm getting the nachos and they give you the plastic tray and you just fill that up all the way with chili and cheese and stuff. I can't get 7-Eleven nachos now, and that pisses me off because of the spicy cheese and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the chili dogs, like when you put it all together at 7-Eleven, they are kind of gross. But they're cheap, and you can put as much of the chili and cheese and whatever else you want them as you want. You might pay $1.79 for the hot dog, but the toppings are free, so you can put a salad on there. What do we have here? Just got notified. Oh, Brent. Snuck one in there. A PayPal. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Brent Sutton came in with the PayPal donation, and thanks again, Irving, for the one earlier, and Big Boys PV, and everybody, all you guys, and everything that you do. But Brent, completely unnecessary and surprising, but caught me by surprise. But thank you. I appreciate it very much. I hate to admit that I need the help right now. For the next week or two, I'm not supposed to do anything strenuous at all. I'm supposed to just relax and stop bleeding and, just stick to a better diet and work on being healthy again. And what you guys are doing is just going a tremendous, way with that. So thank you so much. So I used to love Long John Silver's, though. Big Boys PEV. It was probably that gave me the food poisoning, if we're being honest. But I had eaten Long John Silver's 1,000 times before that. Those, Icelandic cod fillets or whatever, and the tartar sauce. Oh, God, it was so good. I mean, it was kind of a gross restaurant overall. I like the Hush Puppies too. I don't know. So I can see why Long John Silver's didn't make it. But I used to really like it until I got really violently ill at a Long John Silver's / A&W restaurant a long time ago. No habanero peppers, Joe. For sure. None of that. Carolina Reaper, forget about it. I like spicy stuff. I just can't eat it. I'm not supposed to. Not for a while, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, those hot man versus food episodes where it's like a hot item challenge in general. I could have probably done a few of those before I had ulcers. I really like spicy food. I'm just not going to be able to eat it for a while, and that makes me sad. It's like all of my favorite things: spicy food, coffee. Um, the things that I love most are the things that I'm not supposed to have, and that sucks. Oh, the one chip challenge? Forget about that. I would die probably in a matter of minutes if I did the one chip challenge now. It would rip a hole in my intestines and I'd bleed out and that would be it. That's something you ought to be really careful with, the one chip challenge. People have been hospitalized for that. Frozen yogurt? There's a good idea. That'd be a better alternative to ice cream in my condition. I need to go, when I go to the store next time, I'm going to get some regular yogurt. And I might get some ice cream. Could be frozen yogurt. I don't know. Yogurt's cheap, too. You can always get regular yogurt and put it in the freezer. I used to do that. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, the one chip coffin box thing that it comes in. I've seen people have tried to get me to do it. Here, do this one chip challenge thing with me, and it didn't come out until I already had colitis and ulcers, the one chip challenge. So I 15, 20 years ago, I would have done it and probably could have done it, but now I would literally die, I think. And it's funny, it is fitting that they put it in a little coffin though. You'd kind of have to be a little crazy. I mean, I heard people just trip from it, like they just go on a mental journey or something. While it's wreaking havoc on their insides, it's too much trauma on the body for some, and it can cause hallucinations, um, all that kind of stuff. So, I couldn't mess with it. I wouldn't mess with it anyway at my age. But yeah, use caution with the one chip challenge and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I hear. Like you eat the chip and it's like, oh yeah, that's not so bad, and then it just it just gets worse and worse and worse. But it's too late. There's no going back. There's nothing you can do at this point. It's already inside you. So that's one thing that concerned me a lot, other than the fact that I have ulcers, is just that like once it starts to really hit and burn, it's already too late. You're in it for the long haul now. You just have to deal with it. Uh, yeah, that's what I figured you meant. Right along. So, hey, Laney Grace, what's going on? Great to see you. So let's see. It's almost dinner time, I think. I gotta go turn the oven on and pop that French bread pizza in there. But it's always wonderful to get to spend some time with you guys. And I sure do appreciate you taking the time, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, everybody. I feel a lot better about things now. Like, thanks to getting to spend some quality time with you guys, and all the nice things you've done in recent days. But I'm really excited that the bike is together and seems to be working, and everything should be on track for the debut of the Cheetah during the Wednesday night bike ride, if not before. So again, if you don't have the notification bell on, hey, make sure you have the notifications on, because I might surprise you between now and then with an unscheduled bike ride. But definitely don't miss the Wednesday night bike ride, especially if we're debuting the Hachi Cheetah full suspension e-bike, the raw version, the single battery, no fenders, no brake light, no reflectors even. It's just, let's go out and rip and launch off of things and stuff. So can't wait for you guys to join me for that. And let me see here, hold on. And Fro, thank you, my friend. I shall try. I will enjoy the French bread pizza. I'm sure, nice bland cheese French bread pizza. Good for my insides. So thank you, and thanks for being here, and always great to get to spend some time with you guys. And No, gluten, I've always had a high tolerance for. It's not having much of an effect on my ulcers, really. I mean, I don't want to do anything in excess, really. But as long as I'm careful, gluten is okay. Good night, Big Boys PV, and everybody else. Thanks again, guys, for everything. Irving, Big Boys PV, Brent, everyone. And yeah, right along. Everybody who made for a good chat, as always. You guys are the best. I almost dropped my phone. Sorry. So, it's always the highlight of my day, Joe, to get to spend these times with you. Oh, I'm glad. Joe, we're going to go to the Sphere again soon, I think. So look for that in the coming weeks as the weather gets better. Looking forward to spending a lot more time outside, but not for the next few days at least. We're going to have some more stupid hot weather in the forecast. But summer always comes and goes, and I can't wait for it too at this point. But we got a lot of things to look forward to now, guys. And bikes are put together, and extra batteries are here, and wheels are in motion. Things are coming together. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for taking the time. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you again soon. But until then, take care of yourselves. Have a good week. And watch out for a surprise or two in the next few days. So, yeah. See you guys again soon.